So these are all the cheese that I will be using in my lobster mac and cheese today. Here I have some Parmesan cheese, some Gruyere, some cheddar cheese, and some Monterey Jack. Please do not be intimidated by all of these cheese that I have here. You can use whatever cheese you have in your refrigerator. You don't have to go out of your way. I prefer to use cheese blocks whenever I'm making lobster mac and cheese or mac and cheese in general. Alright, so just stay tuned for this fire lobster mac and cheese recipe. I'm telling you, it turned out amazing. And that's why you're watching this video, so enjoy! So first, I'm just gonna go ahead and grater all my cheese blocks. And then once I am finished gratering all the cheese, I'm just going to set them in the refrigerator until I am ready to use them. Look at all that goodness, guys. Alright, so here I'm just gonna move on to the next. Grater everything, and when you're finished, this is how it should look. Alright. Secondly, I have a shallot here and 2 cloves of garlic. We're gonna add this to our mac and cheese, guys. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Make sure you add these. It brings out such a lovely flavor in the mac and cheese. So here I have some lobster claws that I will be adding to the top of my mac and cheese. Alright, look at those colors, guys. This is what I'll be adding to the top of my mac and cheese. Alright, so I'm just gonna set this to the side and start off with the tails. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and be careful, squeeze if you can. And get my pasta water boiling. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some salt. Okay. Then I'm going to add, whenever I make my pasta, I always add thyme to the water. So I just tie it with a piece of thread. So whenever I'm ready to take it out, they're not all over the place. They're in one, all right? So I'm just gonna add this to my pasta water to give it some flavor. And please don't judge me. This is what I love about cooking. I can always just make it my own and just do whatever I do, okay? So here I have half of an onion. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop that in. And I washed these lobster shell. Just gonna go ahead and add them to my water, bring it to a boil. Let everything marinate in the water for a bit on low, and then I will remove it, then add my pasta. Stay tuned. I forgot to mention that I also went ahead and had some cooking oil to my pot. All right, so this is how it's looking so far. Okay. My pot here I'm gonna go ahead and add 4 tablespoons of butter. All right, so just keep your heat on low, close to medium, low medium. Once that melts down, I'm gonna go ahead and add my lobster tail for less than a minute. All right. All right, my stove is on low. Okay. We're just gonna saute this lobster tail in this butter goodness. Okay. Trust me, you don't want to overcook your lobster tail. And I don't want to add any spices to my lobster tail because I don't want to take away that natural lobster taste, okay, that I'm going for. Go ahead and just remove it. You do not want to overcook it, not at all. And separately, I will be doing the same thing to these claws. I'm gonna go ahead and add it in the butter. Move it around for a while, take it out. All right, I don't want to mix them together, so yeah. This is how my water is looking. I'm gonna go ahead and remove all the seasoning and the lobster shell. So here I'm just gonna go ahead and turn my heat up. So here I have a box of Cavatappi pasta. If you don't have this kind of pasta, you can go ahead and use some elbow pasta. Those will work as well as these, but this is the look I'm going for today. So to my pot, I'm just gonna go ahead and add just a bit more butter. And then I have my shallots and garlic. We're gonna add it in the pot of goodness. Lower your heat, guys. You don't wanna burn the garlic because it will taste bitter. All right, so lower your heat. Okay. Stir everything. Go ahead and combine everything and slowly extract all that natural goodness from these 2 ingredients. Right now my stove is on 2. The heat is on 2. That's how serious I am about my garlic. That's how serious I am about not getting my garlic or the scallop burn. So patience right here, slowly. All right, so everything is coming along great. I'm gonna go ahead and add 1/3 of a flour. All right, let's go ahead and mix that in. We're gonna cook that 2 to 3 minutes just to get rid of that floury taste. All right. And this is what you call the roux, guys. All right. Okay, so to that we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of chicken stock. All right. Let's mix that in. Okay, and to that I have 2 cups of milk. I'll go ahead and add that. Combine everything together. All right, so because I have some lumps in the bottom, I'm gonna go ahead and get my whisk. Just whisk. Get those lumps out. And also to that, I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. So I went ahead and had 1 more cup of milk. So after that, we're gonna slowly add our cheese, some of our cheese. So make sure you leave back some of the cheese to top onto your mac and cheese. Minutes of cooking, this is how our pasta is looking. All right, and here's all the cheesy goodness. So to that, we're gonna add our lobster tail. Go ahead and we're gonna combine everything together. Preheat your oven to 375. We're gonna bake this for 20 to 30 minutes. I went ahead and had a baking sheet with my iron skillet here. So if any cheese should float over, it doesn't mess up my oven. All right, so we're gonna have and this is why you don't want to overcook your pasta. You see how everything is still intact? They're not breaking apart. You don't want to overcook your pasta. All right, so we had our first layer. To that, we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle some more cheese. Okay. I'm making a cheesy mess, but I don't care. All right. Let's get that in there. And then guys, we're gonna add some more lobster. Yeah, why not? All right, so I went ahead and spread out all of the lobster that we have here. Then we're gonna go ahead and add another layer. Alright, so this is the top layer. Some more lobster meat to the top. Okay, all over. Alright, onto that. I'm gonna go ahead and add more cheese. And this is how it's looking. Guys, I can't wait to eat. So after 30 minutes, I went ahead and put my oven on broil on low. So this is how it's looking, guys. I watch it so carefully because I didn't want it to reach this far and mess it all up. But look at this, guys. Look at all that cheesy lobstery goodness. So yeah, while that was in the oven, I went ahead and put some panko breadcrumbs in a pot with some butter and toast it, and you can add that on. I'm gonna put it on here and just put it back in just to broil just a bit more. All right, so I'm just gonna put all of that on here. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm extra, so yeah, I'm doing it. Here is the final product, guys. Moment of truth. I'm telling you, whoever came up with the idea to put breadcrumbs on lobster mac and cheese is genius. I mean, the touch that it gave to this dish. The bottom was very moist and cheesy, and the top was very crunchy, and it was just a great balance with the breadcrumbs and the cheese on top. You have to try this recipe. I love it so much. So once I went ahead and shared out my dish, I went ahead and added some more panko breadcrumbs to this delicious dish. Guys, this turned out amazing, and it's a great idea to have some panko breadcrumbs on hand to add once everyone take their slice. Yes, this dish is fire. I don't know how to explain it, but it turned out amazing. I give this dish 10 out of 10, not because I made it, but I'm patting myself on the back. It turned out great. It was very flavorful. I love seeing the thyme season even on the pasta. It looks so good, like it's well seasoned, well prepared, man. It's amazing. This is not just pasta and cheese. This is a pot of goodness. You have to try it. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video as much as I enjoy eating this plate of food.